just like that. She throwing it back, she throwing it back, just like that, just like that. She throwing it back, she throwing it back, just like that, just like that. She throwing it.
Chelsea, baby, send me a beat. I always knew I can do this. Hold on, be quiet, don't say shit. I always knew I can do this. Hold on, be quiet, don't say shit. I always knew that I can do this. Hold on, wait, be quiet, don't say shit. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing a reaction to DJ Envy. How did Jay-Z stay in business with Dame Dash for so long?
True. But at the end of all that, now Dame is threatening to sue the record store for defamation. You know this? Allegedly, yeah. Allegedly. I don't know if it was allegedly. I
Nah, knowing Dame Dash, bro, he's definitely going to sue. Not even going to lie to you.
haven't seen a lawsuit as yet, so it wouldn't be against you, it'd be against the radio station, right?
Yeah, but this is the thing. You got to prove defamation, right? How was he defamed? Revolt came out and said that people from BET sources said that, both of them said it wasn't true. So if the actual company is saying it was, I'm so confused with that.
He's been doing this. Remember years ago, he announced he's buying Carvalho?
No.
Yes. Look it up. It's him and Kanye hanging out. He's like, yeah, I just want to say, I'm buying Carvalho. We function on a different level here. They never bought Carvalho. I know the company that bought Carvalho. Me and the president of the company were friends at the time. But yeah, he never bought Carvalho. But he announces things as if they're a fact. And then he threatens to sue for defamation when it's proven that it was a lie. So I'm going to sue Leo for this. I have no idea. The thing is, how do you even sue at the point where you have no money, where you're minus 25 million in the hole? No lawyer's going to take that on contingency. What lawyer is going to sue the Breakfast Club on contingency over there? None.
You know what? When you see these things, you just got to shake it off and laugh.
Well, but here's the thing, though, right? People want to count out Dame Dash, but he made a genius move because he's down 25 million, right? Well, he just sued Cameron for 300 million, right? So that's 275 million. Right after he gets that 300 million from Cameron, correct? Boom. Chef, not checkers.
Just not checkers. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I laugh so much watching Dame Dash in his videos. I watch when his teeth fell out. I watch when he makes these accusations. It is what it is. I mean, it's really sad. The reason I'm saying it's really sad because I actually see the work that Dame put in for Roc-A-Fella and Roc-A-Fella and Armadale, the state property, and the movies. I paid him for. I actually seen the work. So to see him go out like this is just pitiful.
What? Well, I mean, here's the thing, though, right? Was it really the work that Dame put in, or was the fact that he was partnered with Jay-Z?
You can't take away the work that he did.
I mean, you can't take Jay-Z wasn't in the picture anymore.
It was three. It was perfect time, perfect magic, right? It was the perfect time, right? They had another deal with Priority. It didn't work. They worked the deal. They got the Def Jam. It took off. It was all three of them that made Roc-A-Fella work. Now, if it was just Jay, could it have worked at that time? I think so. You think so? I don't know. Everybody played their part. It's like saying the Breakfast Club, right? If it was just Charlamagne, would it work? If it was just me, would it work the same? If it was just Angela Yee, would it work the same? Or the fact that you put us all three together and we all work together to get to that level. I don't know. I don't know what God would have had in store for us. I'm not saying.
Yeah, you got to put it all in perspective. Everything comes along together how it's supposed to come along together. So you can't really say if it was just Jay-Z that Jay-Z would be who he is today, or if it was just Dame Dash, that Dame Dash would be, did what he did when he did.
Maybe not like that, but you can usually see the real talent when the partnerships break apart. Correct. And where the people continue to go. Naturally. Jay continued to elevate. Dame maintained for a little while, then went off the cliff. Biggs had a little bit of a hiccup over the whole rest. I interviewed him about this, but ultimately, last time I checked with Biggs, he's always been financially good. He's got businesses with Jay and so forth. So the thing is did Dame really put in the work, or did people tolerate him to work with Jay? You see what I'm saying? Do they just tolerate? Because at the end of the day, who likes being yelled at? Yeah. In a business environment or a personal environment, who likes getting yelled at? But when the person getting yelled at says, well, if I punch this dude in the face or if I just quit, then I can't be in business with Jay anymore. I have to tolerate this.
I'm not, and I don't want to defend Dame because whatever, but I will say this. Back in the day, maybe Dame was the businessman that got things done. Maybe he was the one that got the points, the contract, the money during that time. Maybe he was the business side of things. Maybe Biggs was the money and Jay was the talent. I don't know because I'm way younger than him. Or same thing with the movie Paid in Full. Was that Dame's idea? Was that Dave's creation? That was a classic. That was all Dame, they said. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Dame was, they said, the one that put Kevin Hart into a film. He was the one that allegedly pulled in, Kanye when nobody else wanted to get. So certain things that you say you can't take away from him. What we see now is what he did in his contributions to hip hop, can't take that away from him.
Yeah, you can't take away what he done. You feel me? Just by looking at him today, you can't take away what he done. I don't know what the hell Vlad on. Hell no.
Okay, so Dame found a guy that was in the vicinity that made sense. Look, you brought Cameron in, but Cameron was nice. A lot of times I just feel like Jay is the glue that held all this together. And once Jay exited out, then of course you have the Rachel Roy thing. And that's cool. And I think the thing with the Dame that he doesn't realize is he thinks it's always been him, when in reality, he's just been good at attaching himself to talented people. And that's what you have to realize. You have to humble yourself. You can't be the star when you're trying to attach yourself to the superstar.
I will say one thing, and this is one thing I don't think nobody talks about much. How did Jay stay so? How did Jay-Z, seeing this Dame Dash, stay that long in business with him?
Well, weren't they contractually tied until the company got sold? And then he went and bought all the masters out from under the whole situation?
I don't think I've worked with Dame Dash. I just don't think, like, everybody who has worked with him said they didn't enjoy working with him. Right? And you see, you've done interviews with people. So I didn't enjoy working with him. So you didn't enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that Jay was able to work with him that long is crazy. On tour and all the things, that's crazy.
Well, keep in mind, I'm sure that Dame around Jay was a totally different thing. You think that Dame was like aggressive around Jay, and snapping on him and screaming and whatever else?
I don't think Dame has changed. I think he probably was worse when he had one.
With Jay, though? People act differently with different people. People push the envelope with people they feel like they push the envelope.
Yeah, I agree with that. I just think Dame back then, when he was on top of the world and Roc-A-Fella was on top and everything that he was doing was on top, I think he was probably the worst. My opinion.
I don't know, man. Dame, back then at least he was true. Now just making up stuff. Like Revolt said, there's absolutely no path to exposition by Dame Dash at all. I mean, the chairman, all the BT stuff, it's all just made up. It's just made up.
Yeah, which I don't understand, but keeps going, which is the craziest part. Like Revolt sent out an email. They left it stated, but
Yeah.
to the point where it's like I said, this interview is the interview that just won't go away. Like I'm tired of hearing.
What's wrong?
I'm weak, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I mean, shit, I fuck with Dame. I mean, I like his enthusiasm. I don't know if that's the right word, but I like his hunger. Like, I like his demeanor. Pause on all of that, to be honest with you. But I fuck with it. I do want to believe that he's finessing in his say. And what I mean by that is because he said that he has $0 to his name, to his government name, but he put everything in his family, you feel me, name, and going it like that since he owes money in taxes. I'm trying to believe that part. I want to believe that part. Now, everything else, I don't know. But that part specifically, I feel like he's telling the truth about that part specifically. But make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Check the links in my description. I'm out.
Throwing it back, just like that, just like that. Throwing it back, throwing it back, just like that, just like that. She throwing it back, just like that, just like that. She throwing it.
Chelsea, baby, send me a beat. I always knew I can do this. Hold on, be quiet, don't say shit. I always knew I can do this. Hold on, be quiet, don't say shit. I always knew that I can do this. Hold on, wait, be quiet, don't say shit.